This is the Goblet of Fire. Who's that year was he has one magical eye that can see through wood and go through the back and see through the back of his head. And his name is Bad Moody, and he pretty much gave Harry the clue to what he was going to have to do by telling him to use what he has to get what he needs.
My book talk book is called Ellie McDoodle, New Kid in School by Ruth McNally Marshall. Ellie had to move to a new house, and she had to leave her friends at her old school, and she had to go to her new school very over the hill. So she liked reading books, and she went over the hill, and she went to the library. This is them and their mom taking a picture of them. Marissa is trying to look bored. Josh is trying to look cool. Ellie is trying to look brave. They have a brother named Bin Bin, and he's just looking silly.
My book is Mr. Klutz's Nuts, illustrated by Jim Hallett, written by Dan Gutman. My scene describes the chocolate party from the book Mr. Klutz's Nuts. AJ's class earned a party by working 1 million math problems. They had the party in the gym. AJ's class got to play any game they wanted and eat any chocolate.
For my book talk, I read Charlie Bone and the Invisible Boy by Jenny Nimmo. Charlie is basically just a kid who finds out that he has magical powers, and there were 12 kids at a school called Boys Academy who had those powers, and they were called endowments. This is Dr. Bloor. He's the headmaster of the school. And this is Dr. Saltweather. He's the music teacher. And this is Miss Crystal. She's another music teacher. And this is Cook, who is the cook. I don't have very many teachers, and this is the students now. This is Charlie, who he probably looks like the best of them all, so he looks pretty good. This is Manfred Bloor. He is Dr. Bloor's son. And
my book is The Gymnastics Mystery by Gertrude Chandler Warner. It's about a Russian girl who comes to compete in gymnastics, and there was a mystery around her. Today I am going to the USA. I hope the Alden children are very nice. I am so excited to get to compete against an American gymnast. While I was at the airport, a man ran into me. He was on the phone and then left it and fell.
Lucinda's Secret by Tony DiTerlizzi, illustrated by Holly Black. This is the field guide. It was by Arthur Spiderwick. And this is a brownie. They will do a lot of things for just a simple bowl of milk. In this book, Simon, Jared, and Mallory Grace find their Aunt Lucinda in the hospital. Fairies attacked her for her field guide. The Elf King plans to use it for evil. The kids go into the forest to look for Arthur Spiderwick, the author of the field guide. This book was great because you learn where their aunt is, in the hospital. Watch as the tale unfolds about how she got there. It's great. My favorite character in this book is Jared Grace because he gets in trouble a lot.
I read Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. I had a lot of favorite parts, but one of my most favorites was when Charlotte saved Wilbur. Wilbur lives on Zuckerman's farm. Wilbur was born a runt, but the farmer plans to fatten him up so the family can eat him. In the winter.
My book talk book is Summer of the Sea Serpent by Meredith Osborne. It was fun reading this book. The book has two main characters named Jack and Annie. My favorite part of the book is when they go underwater and turn into seals. They swam through a cave that had lots of different kinds of jellyfish. Orange, purple, pink.
My book is called High Tide in Hawaii, authored on Mary Pope Osborne.
The author is Dietlof Reich and the illustrator is Joe Sapita. The scene I did is Freddie in his new cage. He used to live in a pet shop, but one day he got bought by a girl named Sophie. Then Freddie met a cat named Sir William, and you would think that the cat would eat Freddie, but he didn't. Along the way, Freddie learned how to read, write, and communicate with Mr. John.
I read Spiderwick Chronicles, Book 2, The Scene Stolen from My Book Talk Project. It's by Tony Dizerland and Holly Black. This is my scene of the goblins that have these two people right here's one of them, and here's in cages. And here's the goblin, I only need 3 of them. Here's their little fire demon. My book talk is Judy Moody Around the World in 8.5 days. Her by Megan McDonald, illustrated by Peter H. Reynolds. The characters are Judy Moody, her dad, her mom, Amy and Amy is Judy Moody's friend, Rocky is Judy Moody's friend, and Frank is Judy Moody's friend. Stink is Judy Moody's brother. Frank and Rocky are making a world pizza, so when they go to that place, they'll eat that piece of the pizza, so then they'll know how many places to go. Read this book, it's a really good book. This book is How to Train Your Dragon 1 by Cressida Cowell. And this scene is about the sea dragon that got washed up by a bunch of big waves. And this is a sea dragon. This is Toothless. That's Hiccup. I really, really like this book. There's a lot of action in it, and Toothless is really scared of the dragon. So all the other dragons do all the work by dropping the feather bombs. My book talk book name is Amber Brown's Night Crayon by Paula Denver, illustrated by Tawny Ross. It's my favorite book because it's about friendship. The main characters are Amber and Justin, until one day Justin has to move, so now Amber has to face being without him. My favorite scene is when Amber is sitting in the chair talking to Justin on the phone, and she is happy. She realizes that she doesn't need Justin here because she can always talk to him on the phone now.
This is Diary of a Wimpy Kid by Jeff Kinney. And this is about Greg and Riley going to middle school together and becoming friends and being friends and becoming not friends and being friends and all that thing. This is where Greg finds the rotten cheese on recess a day earlier. He wanted to see if it was still there, which it turned out to be, and if you touch it, you get the cheese touch. Oh my, and people avoid you. Man, I really... Okay.
My book is
called Danny and the Dinosaur by Santa. The dinosaur helps people cross the road, so because there's a lot of traffic, so they want to cross the road by doing the dinosaur. And the characters are Danny and the dinosaur. Which Danny's a boy that's like 6 years old, and he finds the dinosaur in a museum. And so he helps everybody, and because the cars go really fast and people can't get across.
The title of my book is Frog and Toad Are Friends by Arnold Lobel. The chapter is The Letter. Frog goes to Toad's house and sees him sitting on his porch looking at the mailbox looking sad. So he asks him what he's doing. He asks him what he's doing and what he's sad. He said, "This is my sad time of day, waiting for the mail." "Yes." "Why?" "Because I've never got a letter." 4 days later, the snow returns to Toad's house and gives him a letter that says, "Dear Toad, I am glad that you are my best friend. Your best friend, Frog.